Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It's still a bit cold to start planting outside, but the greenhouse is keeping nice and warm. We're keeping some steady temperatures in here now. I've got the hotbeds in here. We're getting some temperatures up to, yesterday quite high, it was up at 29 degrees at one point, but the sun was out, so that was helping a lot. And the nighttime temperature, even though it's outside, it can drop to about 2 degrees. It's staying to about 3, 4, sometimes 5 degrees at nighttime in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant some coriander on the greenhouse floor. And what I've done is I've taken some coriander seeds. So these are ordinary coriander seeds that you can buy from the shops. And what I've done is I've taken a small towel and soaked the towel, and I've soaked the coriander for a few days. Left it on a windowsill, left it anywhere, as long as it's nice and damp, these will start to sprout. Now that they've started to sprout, I'm just going to broadcast them in this area of the greenhouse. So I'm going to broadcast them quite thick, so they will come up a bit heavy, that's fine. We use a lot of coriander, and the baby leaves are absolutely beautiful to pick and use. And I'm going to plant some over here in this area of the greenhouse as well. So all I'm doing is trying to use as much of this greenhouse space as possible while I've got empty run in my calendar, and plant stuff that I know that I'll be able to harvest way before I'm planting any of the rest of the crops. And the reason I'm leaving this section here empty, and I'll show you why I'm leaving that section empty, is I'm going to plant some radishes. If you go back to my video that I did probably about a year ago now, it was one of the early videos that I did, and it was planting radishes. So if I get the seeds, and I'll show you which radishes I'm planting. So I'm just going to make some drills. You can see some roots in here. I had some chili plants in here that I've taken out, but I've left the roots inside because I want the roots to rot underground. You can see quite a few little stumps like that all over this area. And I think that's going to be, I'll do one more line. That's fine. And the same again that I did last year is I'm going to fill these little trenches with, I'm going to line these little trenches. I always do this, always line the trenches with some compost, and that'll just give whatever I'm planting the perfect start to get off to a perfect start. And you're not wasting loads of compost by broadcasting it everywhere, because it can be quite expensive stuff. I mean, I'm quite lucky here because I'm using homemade compost. So just line the base of the trench just like that. And that's it. Now what am I going to do? Where are my seeds? There we go. So I've got some, these are again the Lungo Rosso seeds. They're a long red radish. They're not the daikon type, but they are a long red radish. These seeds aren't very good. Some of them are actually starting to sprout in the packet, so the packet must have got wet. So what I'll do is I'll get these down a bit thick and just get them in. And I think I'll plant the whole packet today because I am planting a bit thick, and the reason that I'm planting a bit thick is we'll save some for roots, we'll save some for greens, because we do eat the radish leaves. I've got my seeds down. They are quite thick. I mean, we're going to take quite a few of those sprouts out when they grow. So just break those trenches down. That's enough compost over it. Yeah, that's fine. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the last of my coriander seeds and I'm going to broadcast them over this area, because as the radishes grow, the radishes are going to grow underneath, the coriander is going to grow over the top. We're going to have lots of top growth. You can use that radish and coriander mix together and it'll make a lovely salad, make lovely bhajis, absolutely amazing. Now to cover those seeds up, I'm just going to take my rake. And I'll just chop them in. Yeah, lovely. Just chop them in, just like that. That's fine. Same back here with these ones. I'm just going to top dress it with some compost. There's no particular reason for using this sieve, it just helps me get a nice even spread of everything. This is already pre-sifted compost. It's going on the ground, so it doesn't really need a sifting, but it just helps me get a nice even spread. You don't have to do this. It's good to add a bit of a top dressing. You don't need to use this sieve at all. It's just something that helps me. So that's that done. Let's give it a water in. Nice gentle water. Get it all watered in. Hopefully by the time we're ready to plant other stuff, these radishes should produce, and we should have a nice little crop from here. So I'm going to leave it there for this one. It's a quick one. Like I say, if you haven't seen my radish planting video, go back to my video from last year and you can see what that looks like. It is an early video, so excuse the cringeworthiness, but we'll have a look at this and we'll see what this produces. I'm going to leave it there for this one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.